So, today we are going to be playing some Divinity Original Sin 2. I've already played a little bit of this game, but not too far in. I can't remember the last place I've left off. I managed to get off Fort Joy, and then I got a little bit into the game, but then it crashed and just ended up losing everything. So, I'm mainly just probably just going to be making my character for this stream. What's the difference again? I'm just going to stick with classic mode, I think. Let's see. What's the game about? It's a RPG game. You'll see the. I'll play the intro in a second. So, for starters, though, we have to make the character. Let's see. So, I'm not going to spend too long on this because honestly, it's not the most interesting thing in the world. Don't have a huge amount to say. Like, you can have different characters, and depending on which race, you'll get different things. There are the pre-made characters. You have backstories and personality traits, stuff like that. But then you can also make your own, who won't have the personality traits, but will be more customizable. So you can make a dwarf, an elf, a human, a lizard, or undead versions of all the previous races. Okay, so. For now, I think I'm just going to stick with one of the main ones. They're more fun, honestly. So, let's listen to their backstory. Let's start with the Red Prince. How do you listen to the backstory again? Here it is. You can't hear it? Aye, aye, aye. The stream is going great. First, there's about half an hour of audio problems, but now this. Yep. I don't know how to start playing audio problems to check how it is. Could you not hear any of it? Here, I'm gonna do this, then it's audio output. Okay. Then, nope, let's go with the other one. And then you can go with this one. Okay, let's. I don't know if that's gonna do any change. Tell me if you can hear it now. I'm going to let the music play. You can hear it? Okay, great. So, let's listen to his backstory again. Tell me if it's too quiet or anything.
Famed, of course, for my unique red skin and unparalleled skills as a general of the House of War, I, the Red Prince, was raised within the vast palaces of the fabled Forbidden City. I was destined to become the next emperor. But my ambitions suffered a bit of a setback when I fell from grace for cavorting with demons. Now, I'm exiled and hunted by assassins. But I assure you, I remain undaunted and as determined as ever to claim my rightful throne.
Okay. I'm not a big fan of the Red Prince. His ability, Dragon Blaze, which is shared between all lizards. I think that's what. Yeah, I think their race is called lizards. Is pretty good. I think it works really well. Actually, sorry, my mic was kind of in a bad position. Not a big fan of him. His ability, one of his abilities, Dragon Blaze. It's not bad, but it's kind of meh. It works really well if you are a ranger of some kind, but other than that, I don't really see the purpose. And then Demonic Stare, I mean, it's not bad, but it just doesn't have a wow factor for me. Like, I just find that extremely basic. Let's see. He gets plus 10 fire resistance, plus 10 poison resistance, and plus 1 persuasion. That's not bad. And if we can pick any one of these classes, there's no like specific one that's best to pick, but stuff like Wayfarer and where is it? Did I go past it already? Yes, I went past it. And Rangers suit this guy better because they get elemental arrowheads, meaning that when he breathes fire, he can use this ability and get free fire arrows, but it's not important. I don't think I'll go with him. Let's listen to Sabia's.
I used to be a slave, kept under the thumb of the master, the bastard that made me hunt down my own kin. How did he do that, you ask? With the living scar you see on my cheek, this horror that takes no more than a song sung by Master Dearest to control my very thoughts. But now the tables have turned. I broke my shackles, and when I finally find him, I will make the Master sing a very different kind of song.
It's not bad. Her backstory is interesting, which is probably the best part about her. But she gets the ability Flesh Sacrifice, which isn't bad. I use it sometimes in the playthroughs if I have an elf. But oh my god, this ability is so boring. It removes any form of negative effect. But where's the fun in that? These abilities are not late game, but you have to work really hard to get them. So once you get past kind of the starting area, you get these, and the starting area is like, it's a bit long, it depends how much you explore. Anyway, these are meant to be like source points, which is the diamond in the corner here, which I can't scroll onto. They are meant to be these powerful abilities that are so powerful and deadly that they were feared by everyone because of the people they attracted and shit like that. But this is just so boring. Like, honestly, I won't go near this character for the life of me. She gets Corpse Eater, which is something that all elves share, that if she eats a body part, she gains the memories of the dead. Let's see. Let's see this one here. And Ancestral Knowledge gives you +1. Lore Master. She's boring. I can't stand her, honestly. Backstory is really interesting, but character gameplay is so bland. By far my favorite. Let's just.
Once I was a crusader for the Divine Order. I pledged my life to Lucian the Divine. The war changed everything. He sent me to save the elves I grew up amongst. I arrived too late. Lucian ordered the use of death fog against the Black Ring, annihilating everyone I once knew in the process. Now I'm a mercenary killer, one of the infamous Lone Wolves. And my next target is none other than Lucian's own son.
I think he is awesome. Like, I'm sorry. He is human, which is annoying because all humans get this ability, which is good, but it could be more interesting. Humans are apparently extremely boring, just like in real life. But his backstory is amazing. And then his source ability, I really like. He summons a soul wolf, which can attack with him. And it's just, I just think it's so cool. Like, having summoning abilities, I always just like that. So if I do play him, I might go with a Conjurer, who is able to, which is a summoner pretty much. He's able to summon a minion into battle, a totem to do things, and he gets a dimensional bolt, which deals damage of a random type and creates a corresponding surface. So he could shoot a fire bolt at random and then it would put fire on the ground, or an ice bolt and put ice on the ground, or a earth bolt and put oil at the ground, on the ground, at random. And then if you place the totem on that oil patch, it would become an oil totem, which then shoots earth damage at people. It's fun. Let's see. Ingenious gives a 5% bonus to crit chance and a 10% extra crit multiplier. And Thrifty gives +1 bartering. Beast, let's give him a listen.
Oh. I was just thinking about someone I used to know. My cousin, the Queen, in fact. A tyrant. I tried to stop her, but things don't always go according to plan. She cast me out to a forgotten island, and made short work of my allies too. Lucky for me, I was able to commandeer a ship, and began a new life for myself, out on the high seas. Aye, but I hear that the Queen is at it again, and there's something darker behind her madcap schemes this time. If I don't stop her, I don't know who will.
Okay. He's pretty cool. I like him. He has, actually no, that's not too bad. I like this ability. Turns a nearby target to stone, incapacitating them. It deals 6 to 7 damage and removes bleeding, burning, poisoned, and crippled. Okay. If the character has magical armor and they do this damage, it will do 6 to 7 magical armor damage. But if he still has armor left, he won't be petrified. If they don't have any armor, petrified. You'll see all this if I probably am going to recruit him to my team, even if I don't pick him. So you will be seeing this ability. And then there is Blinding Squall. A storm. This is probably my second favorite ability. It has wow factor, it deals damage, and it has a really good, I can't scroll over it. It has a really good side effect of setting blind, which is great. Let's see, Sturdy, which is extra health, extra dodging, and then +1 to sneaking. This one's kind of boring as well.
All my life, I've been a performer, a musician, beloved and celebrated by all. But I have a secret. I'm also a playground for sprites and spirits and worse. The voice that rings inside me now is darker than any that came before. Almost caused a bunch of my fans to rip each other to pieces. But you can trust me. I've got this under control. Step 1. Find out who, or what, is trying to take control of my mind. Step 2, make it sorry it ever tried.
This one also, sorry, my mic in place. She's also not bad. She's pretty fun to play as. She has got a cool backstory and elements like that. And she has Encourage, which is good but boring, and I'm just not a fan of this ability. Like, it maddened character. It causes characters to go mad, and it causes enemy characters to go mad, and maddened characters will attack those nearest, regardless of alignment. This is good if we set her as a flanker, to go around the back and to attack the enemy archers or healers that might be in the background while the fighters are up front, because then the archers will fire upon them. But even then, if you're making her go up front and fighting, this ability is near useless, because there's probably be like a 50% chance that the mad character just attacks you either way. So like, the ability is just kind of a waste. I'm probably gonna have her on my team either way, but like, I don't know. Ingenious again, which is extra crit chance and crit multiplier, and +1 bartering from Thrifty. Fane, last origin story. Actually, you know what? This one might be my favorite. Yes, it is a turn-based strategy game. Anyway, sorry. I'll click this now. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a good game. I like it.
Oh, don't stare. How would you look after eons in some ghastly crypt? Your people are rather prone to death. Mine are not. Yet when I emerged from my completely unjustified imprisonment, I found them gone. Our culture forgotten. Any trace of the world I knew all but obliterated. I must even hide my true face beneath an ever-shifting mask for fear you savages will attack me. That is how I wander this strange world, trying to uncover the truth about a history you primitive people never even knew existed.
I might go with Fane this time, because his backstory and the fact that he's undead, I just really like. Undead characters have to hide their face constantly. If they show their face, random people will run in terror, or they might attack from fear. So you have to hide your face with certain types of helmets. So this might mean you get a really cool buffed helmet, but it doesn't cover your face. So you're stuck with going with the crappy hood or whatever. And not to mention, he has a cool helmet, which you can use like on like the starting tutorial area, then you lose it for a bit, but then you can get it back, and it's actually a pretty cool thing, honestly. Yeah. It allows him to turn into any of the other races. Now this can give him a bonus to bartering with certain races. I'm not getting... You're expecting me to be good at the game. We never said that. Let's see. He gets play dead, which is a fun ability that I always just kind of laugh at the idea of. Mid-battle, you just kind of drop down and pretend like it's just stupid. Fool enemies into thinking you're dead. Cooldown of skills will be paused. Any actions taken will cancel this. So this pretty much means you can still... I can't explain it. He still has a soul. When you die, you lose your soul. Okay? So he's undead in the sense he doesn't have flesh. He can still die. Let's see. So this pretty much means enemies won't attack you. So I always like the idea of sending him forward first, maybe having him summon a few things, play dead, and then let the other enemies rush past him, and then he can show up again to flank. I don't fucking know. It was just a random comment. Shut up. Then he also gets Time Warp. Target a character. Whenever this character ends a turn in combat, they immediately get a free turn. So yeah, pretty much get an extra turn in combat. That's pretty simple. Undead is pretty cool. Undead lets you heal from poison, but regular healing will do damage to you instead. You will receive the poison status even if you have magical armor. Yeah, sure. It's just both different, exactly. And then there's Ingenious, which is the crit modifier. Then it's a custom character. I'm not making a custom character, because custom characters get this Dome of Protection, create a magical field that restores magic and physical armor and increases elemental resistance to allies. Boring. I can't stand this ability. I take no joy in using it. I just don't want to. There's 2 people in the chat right now, I think. If either one of you want to say which one I play, feel free to. Okay, Fane. Sure thing. Okay. Not gonna start game. Gonna customize his appearance. Sit back up. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna stick with the basic one. It's good looking. I'm not giving him hair because that just looks so bad. Like, honestly, ugh. Hair color doesn't matter. Facial, God no. And then he has Fane's voice. Yeah, we're just gonna stick with regular Fane then. Now, this is the fun part. Determining. I can't if it's a pre-made story. Yeah, if it's a pre-made character with an origin story, you can't change his name, unfortunately. No, you're stuck with Fane, because there's a voice dialogue with named characters, so they can't have you change it. Now, this is the fun part. We can either use a preset build, like Fighter, Inquisitor, Ranger, something like that. He wears a hood, that's how he's anonymous. Anyway. Or we can make our own class by editing these. You get scores here. Strength, which increases melee damage and also carrying capacity. Yeah. Finesse, which increases damage with like range, not with ranged weapons and knives. Yeah. Intelligence determines magic damage. Constitution helps determine health. You want to go with an assassin build? We'll see. Memory helps you know Jesus. Memory helps to determine how many skills you have, and wit allows for critical chance, initiative, detecting traps, and finding hidden treasures. Okay. Then you get the extra abilities. There are, I think these are, there's combat abilities. Oh, okay, never mind. And then there's civil abilities. So combat abilities will affect out in the world, and civil abilities will affect persuading people, stuff like that. I don't know if I'll go with an assassin character. They are cool. Sneaking around is really fun. Actually, you know what? I might actually, because I can get him closer to the back lines. There's no set thing. As you level up, you'll be going into different aspects of everything. So this is mainly just how we're going to start, and it will change pretty different as we get in. And then we get to choose our skills based on what abilities we have. So if you see here, he has Warfare, which is one of the main combat abilities, and this determines what skills he has access to. So, let's see. Metamorphosis is quite cool, but I haven't played it before, and it has been described as difficult. Okay, here's the thing. I'll go with an assassin rogue-like character, and then I will also customize it further to maybe take in some attributes from polymorph. So what I'll do is I will take one from two-handed and put it into Scoundrel, which gives you crit multiplier and movement speed. And then I'll keep this one in Polymorph, and then that's all we'll get. And then we have one in Persuasion. It's a roguelike character, so I'm going to go with Sneaking. And then, let's see. Okay, let's run through everything. Adrenaline. Gain 2 action points, meaning you're able to do more, but you'll lose 2 the next turn. Pretty good. It doesn't break invisibility or anything. Backlash. Jump over the enemy, landing behind their backs and backstabbing them for 26 to 28 physical damage. Backstabs are when... make sure to have dual wielding. I'm not going to invest in dual wielding now. I will invest in it later though. So I'm just going to start out with Scoundrel and Metamorph so we can start off with those abilities. Yeah. I'm going to focus with using knives because the Scoundrel abilities work really well with using finesse weapons. Not to mention with the sneaking and all that, it's probably the best. Backstab is when you use a finesse weapon or knives, and if you're behind the enemy, you will deal extra damage. And then you can still crit, so I'm definitely going to be getting that one. Chloroform. Sorry. Okay, so destroy 6 to 7 magical armor, and then tries to set sleeping. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, this doesn't actually deal direct damage. So, if they have no armor left, and it's just attacking their hit points, this will do nothing except try to put them to sleep. Which is still pretty good, but I might just get it later on. Throwing knives. Okay. Character, this is like the best range. Oh, I didn't realize I could backstab. Throws a knife at the opponent. Jesus, mouse, would you stop moving? Throws a knife at the opponent, dealing 26 to 28 physical damage. It's pretty good. Now, let's see. Chameleon Cloak. Grants you the powers to blend in with any environment, making you invisible. Great. It's absolutely amazing ability. Boar horns. Manifest horns sprout from your forehead, making you see red. You can rush at your enemy and gore them. Ooh. Increase retribution ability by 1 for the duration. Incompatible with Medusa's head. What the heck is Medusa's head? I have not got to that ability yet. I'm interested now. Tentacle Lash. Loud shot at your opponent, dealing 8 to 9 physical damage and setting the atrophy on them. Yeah. Atrophy means you can't walk. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right though. Anyway. Best ability in the game right here. Nothing better. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that because I'm posting this on YouTube and don't want to get demonetized. Let's see. Chicken Claw. Turn the target character into a chicken. Best ability ever. There is nothing better than that. Turning them into a chicken, not only does it get their health lower, I'm pretty sure... Good point. Just making a joke. Anyway, sorry. Let's see. Sorry, where was I? Right. I'm pretty sure as a chicken, you can throw them off a cliff. So we're going to be getting that ability, and I might replace the bull with chameleon and tentacle with backslap. Actually... I want to keep this for the jokes. but I just don't know how beneficial it will be. Like, we're going to be using knives for damage, and having them turn into a chicken isn't exactly going to do a lot. Okay, stop saying that. My dad's in the chat. Anyway. Sorry, give me a second. I wonder if there's a way I can block you. No, can't. Anyway. I'm not getting these two. I'm going to use my knives for damage starting off, and then I will get them later on. But for now, I think I'll start without it. I might get adrenaline. It's a pretty good ability. I'm not getting that. Ooh, do I want range? Oh my god. For anyone who might be watching this on YouTube, there's a guy in chat who's being a complete dumbass, and unfortunately he's one of my friends, so I can't really, block him. So if you hear me going, for feck's sake, just assume it's that. Anyway, I'm gonna go with adrenaline. Actually, no, wait, because I have this for as for a status effect ability. So I think I'm not gonna go with adrenaline yet. I will get it later, just not now. So what I'm going to do is actually get throwing knives for some range. I'm going to be mainly focusing on being... Fane is going to be a very physical attacker. And then I'll recruit other people later on to do more magical damage and stuff like that. But for now, Fane's going to be a physical rogue who has a lot of stealing abilities. I'm going to put I have a lot of stuff put into finesse, so I'm going to put that up to 13. Giving me plus 15% extra damage to finesse-based attacks, which is practically all my attacks. And then I might put one into intelligent. I don't have a magical attacking ability yet. So I'm actually going to put it into wits for the extra crit chance. Yeah. Let's see. Yep, I like that. Talents is fun. These are all extra abilities we get when we level up a certain amount. Some of them, like Demon, you need to have certain skills for. Other stuff is just available. So, Slingshot, no. Torturer, not for now. That could be good, but I'm not sure how much sneaking we're going to do. It gets semi-complicated. It's not the most difficult game. I'm just a dumbass and will probably feck it up. It's not too difficult. It's just me explaining it is making it seem difficult. When we actually get into the game in a bit, it will be a lot easier. Okay. Opportunist, which is the one we have now, allows us to gain the ability to perform an attack of opportunity. If you ever played Dungeons & Dragons, you kind of get what this is. If the character walks out of your range of attack, you get a free attack on them. Rather it's your turn or their turn, doesn't matter. If it's the enemy's turn and they walk out, you get to attack them while they're still in your field of damage. I think it's between that or Gorilla. We'll be getting both at some point either way, because we're going to be up close and personal a lot. But I'm not sure if I should start off with getting Gorilla, which I think will be better, but I'm not sure how much sneaking I'm going to do starting off. So it might be better to wait. Oh, actually, Parry Master is also good, but I'm not going to start off with that because I don't think I'll have dual weapons for the starting bit. What's 5-star dinner? Where is that? I know the ability, I just want to make sure I know I'm right. Is that up here? Oh, I zoomed in, sorry. 5-star dinner. Let's see. It has it that if you eat food or potions, the effects double. Pretty simple, but still pretty good. It sounds up. Yeah, it is. That one's good. I think I'm gonna stick with Opportunist for now. It's a pretty good ability. We'll be getting a lot more of these abilities later on. Like, it's not like 3. You get maybe like 10 or so. So we'll be getting a good portion of these. So just wait. Tags. These are already chosen. We are Fane. We have the Fane character tag. We have the human character tag. Male character tag. Undead. Mystic. And Scholar. So this will give us different dialogue options, different ways to interact with people as we go on through the story. This is the most important decision throughout the game. I can't stress this enough. What song plays during climactic moments in our story? So, we got this instrument, which I cannot pronounce and I'm not going to attempt to. This instrument. And of course the cello. Okay. Sad Titanic whistle. Personally, cello is my favorite, but sure, I'll go with the... I assume you mean the first one? Right? Yes? Wrong? Think of the name, oh, feck off. Okay. Sure, we'll go with the whistle for now. Okay. I'm gonna go with the whistle then. Yeah, it's good. Let's see. Sure. Then this is the warning. Playing as an undead poses unique risks and benefits. Undead must veil their true selves from the living or risk being attacked. Healing potions will deal damage, poison will heal. Undead can pick locks with bony fingers alone and can survive death fog, which is a form of poison which is really powerful. We don't have to have lockpicks now, making this actually a really good rogue character. So, yeah, perfect. I didn't click continue. Perfect. Yes, I am